This is StudyStack. StudyStack is a website which stores flashcards for studying various different subjects. This is the screen that you'll be presented with when you first access the website, www.studystack.com. What you'll see underneath are lots of different subjects that can be connected to. So if, for example, we click on math, you've then got a huge list of all the different flashcards other people have made and uploaded in relation to maths. Now, it might be that you just want to revise things to do with probability. So if you use the search box at the top, you can search for any subject that you're specifically interested in. So if you click on search, okay, now what it's coming up with are all the flashcards that contain probability. So we're just going to put probability in there to see if it narrows it down any. And actually it does. Okay, so if, for example, we click on this one, then you've got these flashcards that somebody has made to do with integers. So what you can do is, obviously it comes up with a question, so it's the numbers -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is integers. Now, say you knew that one and you've got that correct, then all you do is click on correct cards and it will send it over into the correct cards pile. So you know that that area of your knowledge is secure. So the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are positive integers. Now, I didn't quite get that one right. I knew they were integers, but I wasn't sure which way to go with it. So I'm going to put that in incorrect cards just so that I know I need to go over it. Now this one, because I've worked out that that one's positive integers, I'm going to take a guess that this one's negative integers, and I'm correct. So I'm going to click on correct cards and it will shoot over there. So you can work through all the cards and revise in this manner. Okay. Now, if you scroll down, once you've done that exercise with flashcards, there are other games that you can play underneath. So you've got a matching game, which is all the questions and all the answers, okay, or a particular set of questions and answers, and you'll be able to match them up. Okay, so it's started already, so I'm going to say that this one matches this one. Okay, this one matches this one, and actually it won't let you draw a line until you've got it correct. Okay, so I'm clicking on all of these, it's incorrect, but now it's going grey because I've got it correct. Now what you can do when you've played that is obviously that it restarts. That took us however long, and now it's giving us another chance to go again and have another go with the next set of items. It will take you through all the flashcards until you've finished. Once you have finished, you can click on restart. It will reset the timer and you can go again to see if you're any quicker this time. Okay, so if you've got lots of vocabulary to revise, it's really great for that. There's hangman, crossword, and other things that you'll be familiar with. One favourite of mine is hungry bug. So we're going to start by using the keyboard, and what you have is a picnic blanket with a caterpillar. You've got questions at the side. It works very much like Snake, and I'm going to try and grab the fruit that's correct. Now it's telling me that one wasn't correct, so I'm going to try the banana. I'm terrible at Snake, so I couldn't quite grab it, and that one was correct. So now it's going to the next question, and you can go around to collect that, so that just makes it a little bit more fun. Okay, so you've got plenty of games at the bottom that you can play, and automatically those are generated from the flashcards you've created. Okay, you could also print an exercise, so for example a crossword, if you wanted to print it and do it by hand, then that's also an option. Okay, so that's all set up. Now, as you can see, when we search math probability, it's quite difficult to find exactly what you're looking for. So it might be the case that you want to create your own set. Now for this, you'll have to create a login. So I'm just going to type what I think is my login over here. Now you can create your own login with an email address, or you can log in with Facebook. It's totally up to you. My password wasn't correct. Okay, so I've managed to get into my account now. When you log in, you'll be required to create a username and a password, as well as input your email address. You'll also have to say whether you're over the age of 13 or under, just because obviously you might be connecting with other users when you access their flashcards. Okay, so this is my study stack page. It's quite a simple looking website, which actually makes it a lot easier to use. So over on the right hand side, if you click on create new stack, you can give your stack a name. Okay, so I'm going to put in vocabulary. I'm going to have English vocabulary. Now what you'll see that it's doing is that actually it's saying taken over on the right hand side in red, because that name has actually been taken. So I'm going to put in AS English English 5. Okay, that one's available. The name is just for you, so actually it's not available. I have English 567, which is available. Okay, so in the description, this is where you can describe your flashcards and say what they are. So it's English vocabulary. Unit 1. So this is all the Unit 1 vocabulary that I'll need to know for English. You then have to select the topic area. So you can click through here. And see what fits it best. Now, in terms of English, there isn't really a very good category for it, and you might find this with a lot of your other subjects because the site is American. So if you just click English vocabulary, for example. Okay, now what we're going to have is, for this one, it's going to be term and definition, because I've chosen to do my key vocabulary. It might be the case that, for example, something like maths or science, you might like to do a series of questions and answers that you'd like to revise. So these are maybe questions that often come up, and you need to try and get the right answer for that. So it's going to be term and definition. Okay, so we're going to click Save Changes. Okay, changes have been saved, and it now prompts you to go into the data page. This is the page where you'd put in all your terms and all your definitions. Okay, so metaphor is something compared to another. Now I'm putting this in here because I always get it mixed up with simile, so I'm going to put simile here. Compared to another, like. Okay, so those are basic definitions, mainly for me just to revise and know exactly what all my terms are. And you can just keep on adding terms and definitions until you feel satisfied that you've completed. You can add in blank rows if you want more and more and more. And once you're done, click on Save Changes. Okay, now those are all done. And if you click into Slides, you could also add images, and it all gets a little bit more complicated. Okay, however, I'm happy that that has now been created. And I'd like to use my study stack. So I'm going to click on English 567 at the top, and it will take me through to my flashcards. So it's prompting me with a term. I'd need to find the definition, and I got that one correct. So I'm going to click on Correct Cards. And then similarly, I got incorrect, so I need to revise those. It will say that you've got pass complete. Okay, so I am completed, but I only got 50%. Okay, so you can track your development with vocabulary or questions. Again, I've got all the games that I can access underneath. Okay, now if I wanted to go back in and edit these, it's quite possible by going into your account. So you go into My Study Stack, and all your flashcards will appear up here. Now if I've decided that I no longer want that flashcard set, I can click delete, or I can click edit if I've actually got more definitions and more data that I need to add into there. Okay, so you can edit it at any time by going into My Study Stack at the top, where all your flashcards will be. Okay, so click on retry, and I'm going to give that another go. I'm going to try my incorrect cards and work through those, so you can actually prioritise your revision this way. Study Stack is brilliant. In terms of searching for other flashcards, I find it quite difficult to find exactly what I'm looking for, but creating your own is a really good idea. and you can then share the link with your peers. So if you've created a set of flashcards and you'd like to share it with your peers in exchange for some that they've created, that's a really good way to work. Okay, so all you'll need to do is just copy the web link at the top of the page and email it over to them, or share it on a Google community, and they'll be able to access your flashcards, and you can say that it will be in return for them doing some for you. Okay, so that's how to use Study Stack for revision. Good luck.